I would be ready to head in Stanley's parable right away. So let's see. I'm gonna just go to the story screen because I've already started the game here. And I also put on the time again because it's always asking me what time it actually is at mine, and I was wondering why. Is it gonna read out some important information depending on what time zone I am in? The perfect pasta. Jawohl. Pasta, pizza. All these yummy foods. Okay. Before we get started, can I just say something? Of course. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. Yeah, of course. You asked me to, so I did it. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set of 12 and call it a day. See guys, I was wondering, why should I set up the game at the clock and now the game is just rewarding me for it? I hope so at least. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock and I appreciate that. Thank you. That's how I know that you care about this experience, you're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. True. How? Some games could know by now, I think. I mean, there are some games who can read out what Steam name you have and add them. But tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Okay. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Wow, finally one thing I earned in this game. I remember last time we played this game just fucked me up all over again, everywhere, however you wanted. Darn it. Alright, I let you get back to the video game now. Thank you. Same for your search history. What? What? What do you mean? What do you mean, Drakis? What do you mean for my search history? There's nothing to find. Nothing. I swear. I'm innocent. The Stanley Parable 2. I don't even dare to imagine what's in it. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if you know that hobby, but I was writing in basically roleplay forums where you play characters. And I was playing a lot of crime characters. And you have to Google up a ton of shit for this hobby. And sometimes I was like, darn, if ever anyone finds my Google search history, I'd be cooked. you So I went to prison. No, I did not. But no, I did not. You must be proud of your search history. Do not be ashamed. I'm not. I'm not ashamed. I'll never delete it. It's there forever. You always spend many years RPing. Really? What? For real? Like, were you text-based role-playing? Or, like, did you go to LARP events as well? Because I love this shit. This is my main interest as well. And I did a lot of crime roleplay stuff and also like historical stuff and medieval and high fantasy, but sci-fi as well. So I was in that bubble at least for more than 20 years. Basically, since I'm a little child. 2 years of experience in prison, that's some rare shit. Maybe I am as badass as I thought I would not be, but I am, maybe. Text-based roleplay with many OCs and over 13 years of world building. My doll here is part of that word. Oh, so it was like a horror kind of own world, because I saw some of your streams and your doll looks very interesting. I would be down to learn more about the world building, and that's very cool. That's so cool. It's so rare to find people who do like text-based roleplay. That's like one of the nichiest things out there, I feel. I bet you got a six-pack from those 2 years of experience. I won't disrespect you ever again. You better don't. Even though I'm thin as a stick, but you better do not disrespect me. Believe what you want to believe. I'm always open for everything. Okay, guys. I want to begin the game of the Stanley Parable 2 now. Let's see if it's happening. This emote, I cannot. This balloon. Oh, you don't hear the sound of the game. Thank you for saying, because I've just muted it early. Now you should hear it.
Might have considered it so
Pros Twitch streamer 101. Don't call me in. I'm not that. Oh gosh.
And Stanley was happy.
Oh, thank you for telling, right?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Oh, I think I misclicked and now it just... Welcome back. Quit the game and then start again. I got an achievement. Yeah, meet me. One-star Twitch streamer. Guys. The current world my doll is in, Gloomhaven Mall, is her current arc, but she comes from a different realm and set of branching characters. A dark Victorian fantasy-like world. Victorian fantasy! Oh my gosh, I love that. I love what it is in your mind. I'll definitely check it out more. Wow, that's crazy. Do you have some lore written down somewhere? I'm planning on writing some lore for my model here, and I already created a website 2 years ago, which looks not good. It definitely looks not good. I want to rework it, but I want to write a lore at some point, and this dark Victorian fantasy-like world, I would be so down to read more about that. Crazy cool. I'm really stoked about the fact that there's another person with text-based RP interests. It's crazy. I love it. I also was looking for some Discord servers because the roleplay in the forums, they're also very long. Like you write like, I don't know, 10k words or something for one posting. And that took a lot of time, so I thought I just want to go to Discord text roleplay, but I have not made an eye for it because I also quit that 2 years ago, and then I took my hiatus, and now I'm back maybe for all kinds of creative stuff actually. So I've been told many times to make a card page. Yeah, I know these. For all my lore and art, all my lore's in my head and through text notes. Then you should definitely do that. If you have like interest and fun on that, then I think it's so nice to just bring out everything which stuck inside your head on like the interwebs for people to read it. I love that. And card pages are also not so difficult. You don't need coding or anything. So that would be the easiest, to just go and start to share whatever you want to share, what's inside your head. Do you guys play D&D Baldur's Gate? Yes, I do. Like, I actually just started Baldur's Gate this year. I don't know why, but I didn't had much interest, even though I played D&D with friends, like in real life. But now where I've got into Baldur's Gate, I can't wait to play it again. But I'm just playing it with a friend, so I have stopped for now. I love this shiz. I love everything about this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We should play some together then. I bet the paladin though played with me. Let's see. I have a lot of friends actually who asked me for a playthrough, and I don't know how many I can do simultaneously.
Maybe Stanley would never pick up the bucket.
But someday,
Lonely bucket, lonely
let's see.
and miserable.
I
and
though
Stanley-less.
am actually
Such a sad
always
fate for a bucket.
up for the roguelike characters. I like thieving around and stuff. Yeah, that's what I like mostly. Divinity 2, also nice,
When
also
Stanley
very
came
good.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So guys, last time when I entered the left door and I just did whatever he said, I've just finished the game. I just finished the Stanley Parable 2, and I've been promised a lot of new stuff inside the Stanley Parable 2. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my own things again.
The meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Can I
Perhaps he
jump?
wanted to stop
No,
by
I
the
can't jump.
employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
The roleplay site I used to this day is called F-List or F.
Yes,
I have to copy that later,
really,
but
really
I'm
worth it being here
not
in a
aware
room.
of that page.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What kind of class would you choose, Dracus? Would it be the paladin though? Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I need to understand. What do I need to understand? Tell me. Tell me.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Whom he's asking? Last time I played
This
the
is
game.
it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
He's talking so much, guys. The narrator is like non-stop talking. Last time I played the game, we accidentally slaughtered the entire first village that we came across. And I broke my oath at level 3. And I realized how OP it was, so I might do a small war crime to unlock the class if we play together. Okay, that sounds so wild. Even though I learned about I don't know if it's a class or just a path you can choose, where you can be extra evil in Baldur's Gate and like not I'm saying I would do that. A friend of mine did it, but she was kicking squirrels and stuff. I was like, okay, what game are you playing? Is that still Baldur's Gate? But I'd be still down for that path. It sounds so fun, and I want to experience that. I think I've never played evil, like chaotic evil stuff in like D&D games. Mostly like neutral, but I'd be down to try that. And what you guys did sounds technically exactly like it. Time to abuse some peasants. Exactly. Just do whatever you cannot do in real life for once. There's blackness ahead. Let's go.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Hello, Philly! Welcome. I'm just playing Stanley Parable 2 now, since the game promised me a second part. And so far I'm noticing everything is exactly the same. Is there no changes apart from the balloons? Because the blue balloons with this ugly ass font is the only thing that's new, because yeah, I didn't see anything else so far. Can I pick it up? I can.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Bread.
Okay, there we go.
We Germans
All right,
love
now,
bread.
I want you to come in and tell me all about
Your damn
Darn it.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I tossed an explosive barrel at the merchant, thinking it had water inside. That poor guy. Oh gosh, everyone got slaughtered.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
I didn't die yet. Good morning, employee 427. Press I on your keyboard. I don't even have an option to not do that. I did that already last time. Now I'm wondering, is there actually nothing new in that game? Part 2?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press V.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press C.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Okay, please press V to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First,
There's
he
no
imagined
TV.
that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Please press K to spend time with the boys. Where are the boys? Where them boys at?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press O to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
A baby. Please press L to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press H to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Please press N to go to sleep. There's a
And
random
I'm trying to
buttons.
tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, should I again not do it, or should I please press I to be at work in the morning? I wrote the word keys and now I'm hungry. I'll be right back. I heard. Okie dokie. Grab you something to eat, of course. Go ahead.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Please press F to question nothing. Okay.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay, so we're back. Did I? Can I maybe now
All of
enter?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Turn that off. There's a door open.
Stanley, pick up the bucket.
Which bucket? Oh, finally! There he is!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
And then? What did I do with the bucket? Oh, I can go now. With the bucket. That's something new.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Fine. Okay. Not openable. Blah, blah, blah. The meeting room.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
The bucket's warmth. Yeah, I believe so too. Some humans are like buckets.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okie dokie. That's not boss's office. Ah yeah, I remember. Nice. Very nice office he has.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't
Nice.
buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Awesome! Already 2 collected. And I bet I already missed one. But I cannot go back anyways. No, I cannot. There was the elevator. I wanted to check if maybe now I can go down. Because last time I went in, nothing happened. Apart from very loud noises. Let's see. Oh yeah. Basically, it's the same again. Oh! Stanley. Okay. That didn't do anything again, but I saw it open once. Do do do. Hmm. Okay, nothing happens. I'll never be able to go anywhere. At least for now.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it.
Me and my bucket.
Inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845. 2845.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The bucket is guiding me. I can totally see that. Where is it? Nice!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Under my belt. Okay, now we have 3 out of 6. Let me quickly... bring my emotional support bucket with me.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
He is. He will always be there for me. What the heck, Shov?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay, I'll do that. Because why would anyone go for an escape? You're good. You're still good. We're all Gucci. Turn on
The lights rose
the light.
on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Stanley and the bucket wondered to themselves. And bucket, are you okay? Are you
Monitors
right with me?
jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
No.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as
Can you
Stanley
believe that?
cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
It's all good, it's all good. You're with me.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
Was
What
it?
kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
It's me and
No!
me and...
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
It's me and my best friend, the bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Jawohl!
They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
What's that? Okay, cannot press that button. Mind controls idle awaiting input. Me and my bucket and me.
When at
Let's-
last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay, you're gonna do that. Welcome back. It's not me alone anymore. It's me and my bucket. What did you cook? Let me know. I'm always up for food ideas.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
Oh, what? Wait, why? Why?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What was it about to find out? Oh, it's loading again. Oh no, is it starting over? Oh no. Let me check Discord for the food. Something. Oh wow. That looks delicious. It's crazy. What exactly is it? Looks like... One looks like a garlic baguette. Nice with all this cheese and the blueberries. But what, wow. That looks crazy good. But damn, my mouth is starting to water, and I definitely need my my pasta. It cannot compete with this food. Crazy. Looks really good.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Figurine Finders Committee. Meeting today. In the meeting room. True, maybe there are some figurines with him. But they're so big.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
They're so huge I would not see them. Can I take my bucket again? Or is it gonna be the same ending then? I need that bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Nice.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
This time I won.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I don't care.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah, let's launch
And
here.
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
He's the best bucket ever.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
What?
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Fine.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No. Let's go down.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What? What? What the actual? We care about you, Stanley. That's my worst nightmare. What the actual heck is going on?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together
it's an
here because we care about
intervention.
you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
This is the Adventure Line, and it's heading this way. But I've never seen that broom closet. Can I go in there? But there's nothing here. I thought there would be a figurine to collect, maybe? That's so cursed. Nothing I can track.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
It TM.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What?
It's
I'm
as
not.
classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No, I'm not giving up my bucket. No. Just over my dead body. So I was eating on the main plate. It's 2 pieces of garlic and olive oil toast with melted raclette cheese. Viande de Grisson, or whatever you said to it. Chives and a drizzle of honey. Wow. That looks very fancy. Crazy. I think I'm never, if I'm cooking food, which is like I also like to order, you know, but if I'm cooking, it's never that fancy. Then right next, it's assorted cheese, saucisson, fruit and raspberry yogurt and white wine. Oh wow, that looks delicious. I hope you're enjoying it. Whee! It's follow the line into the stairs. Downstairs. That's new.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Why? Why do you want
Can
to...
you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I'll never be ready. Why does he hate my bucket so much? Can I turn it off or something?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
Can I
What
turn it
other
off?
object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise
No,
the
I
fans
cannot.
will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh wow, that was flashbang, literally. What the actual heck?
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation.
Gone.
You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Bye-bye. I couldn't care less about that damn Bucket Destroyer. The end is never the end, is never the end. Look at me! All free! That game is so
All his
random.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Such a random, endless loop.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Input received. Something gonna happen? Cannot click it again. No, I cannot.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah, is it?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Awesome. Let's take it all in. We see every little detail.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
So thrilling. Me and my bucket. He is the best.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Tell me more things. Los.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge.
Yeah.
Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
Great. Awesome. 10 out of 10. That's a great experience. I love it. Being here is so soothing. But I don't think it'll continue anything. Will it? Hello? Hello? Okay, guys. I think it's time. Bucket. Have you seen it all? Is it okay if we go?
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge.
He was done.
And they took the
Great.
first open door on their left to get back to business.
Have we been straight ahead with the bucket? I don't remember. We could go downstairs.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Life is a bucket. A quote. Oh, that's new. Nice. There will be a reward for finding them all. Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. The agenda. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Fig leaves are hard to find. Follow clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. That's so bad. Thank you, good luck. Difficulties findings. Maybe we are the collectibles. That's deep. That's very deep. Maybe we are. Maybe it's all about collecting ourselves, guys. Weird spinning figurines. Ideas. Why floating? Magnets. Why do they kinda look like 427? Employee 421 building a bridge. Saw one in cargo room. What's a cargo room? I would like a map for this game. Where are they? Please do not leave the office before reporting back on any new findings. Teamwork and communication are great importance during this unprecedented time of investigation. Mission status. Inside of a sequel exhibit. A large room, lots of boxes. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Oh, stairs. Something both red and blue. Nearby a fireplace, a private but smelly place for an important person. It's actually showing where they are? Okay. I don't know what a large room, a lot of boxes is, but the stairs is something. If you go downstairs now, maybe there's one. Somewhere both red and blue. Is this some kind of game? Stop kidding yourself. Lies. Who are you? 666 lol. Metal. Warehouse access plan. Produce. What? I plan to. This is the horrible handwriting. It looks like mine. We need more planks. Okay. Let's see. Twerk. Down there.
Coming to a
I know it.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
He will
boss's
be a
office.
statue. I knew it.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and
You write like that?
What do
Oh,
you
I'm so
think,
sorry.
Stanley? What name better encapsulates
No offense,
the
my
intrinsic
handwriting
sense
is
of
the
happiness
same.
that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it
I
will
just
come
couldn't
to me.
read it. I just could not read that one letter, so I gave up.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Ah, that's
All
a
because
loop.
he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held
not
the bucket
today.
close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the
We left it.
psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
My
Could it
real
truly be?
bucket.
He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to
I'll
find the
find
bucket.
him.
He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way
There.
to truly restore
Along.
his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was
Inside of me?
incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
So the question is not what is inside that bucket, but how did the bucket came inside
This is the
me?
story of a
Why
woman
not
named Mariella.
Oh my
Mariella
But
woke
what
up
is
on a
inside
day
that
like any
bucket?
other. She arose,
It should
got
be
dressed,
something
picked up
very
her bucket of
precious.
comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
Oh, she has our.
But on this particular day, her walk was
Nah.
interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and
She's
then
holding
collapsed
the
dead on the
bucket.
sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket.
Exactly.
Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no
It's
time for
her
this.
bucket!
There
I thought
were
it's
a myriad of
ours!
confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to
She
work.
backflipped back to work, guys. I swear, what is that game? Give me my bucket!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Home
Stanley
again.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Yes.
Was this better than the meeting room? Yes,
He's
Stanley thought to himself.
always
yes, perhaps
right.
it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
But we
No,
have to keep
never mind.
continuing because
bucket
I
was
want
wrong.
to specifically go
Stanley
to
took the
this
door on his
area.
left to go back to the meeting room.
Because I think we did not
No,
take the
said the
bucket
bucket.
here.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Everything in my bucket. My pleasure.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I respect the voice actor, I swear. That's such a amazing job. I wish I could do this. But I don't think
In
it's
here,
AI,
said
the bucket.
no.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Isn't that game like already from 2022 or even older? I think back then, I mean AI of course was already a thing, but not like today. I will believe that this is a real voice actor. It feels very real. And oh, room full of boxes. Is here then another statue? But I don't see one. Maybe it's not it.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
You in my bucket. Yeah, my bucket.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
But it's my best friend. Just find a girlfriend, bro. He needs that bucket. Oh. I cannot ring it again? Okay. Hello, it's me, your annoying neighbor. I want to have my bucket back. Hello? It's a decent home. Look at him! It's actually like his fucking partner. Come here. Hello, Stanley, it's me, your bucket! Press R to take me to work with you. Of course, darling.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Where is he now? I thought I brought him to work. Ah, he's on my desk. He's waiting for me. Press X to take me back home with you. Wait a second. Not another loop. Not another loop, please.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Who needs to listen? No one needs to listen to you. Press T to go back to work. Bucket and me, back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
But what type of liquid? It's a good bucket. It's a good, solid bucket. It did a lot for me. Nobody did as much for me as this button, bucket ever did. Don't listen to the loud man. Press T for us to go back home. Let's not even think what kind of liquid. Better not. Maybe it's this bedside bucket. Ooh, imagine. I don't want her.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
The narrator is just jealous that we're not listening to him anymore. Understandable though. I would like that power as well. Press G to ignore and annoy anyone in your life except for me. Okay.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
I know. Look at it. Because I'm taking care of it. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press G to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
See, he's also slowly falling for it. Press that to relive the same day with me over and over and over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press M to go home, to work, to home, to work, to home. It is another loop. A real-life simulation, just like we experience in Me-side.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
I am confused on so many levels right now. First of all, why is the narrator falling for the bucket now? Second of all, why do we have a romance evening with this bucket now? Is it gonna lay on bed waiting for us? And then why? Just why? Are we okay? Is the narrator okay? No one is okay, guys. No one is okay. Why is there who would put candles in a pan just to prevent... That looks so weird. It looks like college students would do that. Next day, John Mac and Cheese will be your boyfriend. Hold on. Are you saying your hamster? Your hamster could be my next bucket? Oh God.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
No! Go back to work, Stanley. He just took our bucket. He ripped us from that romantic dream we were about to have. Yo, just carried a hamster everywhere. I'm imagining it as being so cute. But hamsters are like, aren't they like very, not shy, but like easily scared? Like prey animals would be? I don't know. I've never had a hamster. But I had rats and they love to be on my shoulder. But I don't think hamsters would like to be carried around. It depends, but must time.
All of
You,
his
you have to
co-workers
give
were
it time,
gone.
right?
What
Most
could
of
it
the time.
mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the
Most of
meeting
the
room.
time they're very
Perhaps he had simply
scared.
missed a memo.
Small little hamsters. How old is John Mac and Cheese? By the way. No one will rob me of my bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
One year and 11 months. Oh. That's like a... Oh, definitely an adult and not so young hamster, and I think hamsters are not getting that old, right? What's the hamster age alive? 3 years on an average. Okay, so he's like in his prime right now. Sir John Mac and Cheese. Get him some, are they eating... What are they eating? Sunflower seeds? He would love these.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I keep forgetting what options I've already done with the bucket. I know that
Stepping
we've
into
been
his manager's
here, I
office,
think.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation,
What was the
Stanley may
number?
have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It
Hi
would be
Kirby,
with
by the
him
way.
always,
I only see it now, I'm
bucket
sorry.
and he
Hope
knew
you're
it.
good.
The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I can't count anymore how many times I have put that number and I still cannot remember it. I swear to God, I am the worst when it comes to numbers.
Stanley just sat around twiddling it, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it
What's happening?
the bucket
Lights.
knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
It was so
this
dark
is certainly
suddenly.
the most logical explanation.
Goldfish 1-star memory. I swear. But only when it comes to numbers. Normally I'm not that bad. But... And, okay, I keep forgetting what option we already did. I know. Another example of how I am a goldfish memory, but... Bear with me. Bear with me. I know exactly what I'm doing right now. Right now? I have a clue.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Oh, we also didn't do this! We did... But I wanted to go there and then... Do I have to go this past twice now? Are you 40 years old? Maybe old age is doom in your memory. No, I'm not 40. I'm far away from 40. Not that far, but far, far enough.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Old age
The
is
door
dooming
behind
your
them was not
memory.
shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, I'm not gonna turn back.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
That's fine. My bucket will save me. Look at this red glowing light that always screams safety, life, everything will be good here. Just jump down. As said. Where's my bucket? Where's my bucket? I have my bucket. Okay, it's just dark. Wait. Wait.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
No! Nice.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
What? Wait, what? What? Oh. We're not dead. Oh, the end screen.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true
Good.
that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a
Where is
glorious
it?
bucket to behold.
Oh, we actually dropped it? Did the bucket really die? Oh no. Well, the bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibition. Oh man. It actually left us. It died. Poor little bucket. You are standing at the precipice. Oh god, guys, I cannot do it. You read it by yourself if you want right now. I'm not having energy today for reading this text. I tried last time.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
25 buckets. Definitely more than 25 buckets. I may not good in math, but I can see that. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerful, alluring, that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died. And yet, in spite of it all, the simple fact remains. No one can control a bucket. Nice. The stress bucket. I hope it would always be so easy to just have a fucking vent to release your fucking stress, because that would help a fucking lot. Oh. Nice. I like that vibe. Hey, that's definitely the exact same replica. Wow. That's so soothing. I like that.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Hold on. This is an exhibition just for a bucket, so I want to see every inch of it, and don't want to just head further. Ah, okay, only thing that I didn't see is this one. Sorry, guys. Still, a bucket with 2 handles. Ay. I thought maybe there's a path which I may have not seen. Okay. Let's see what's going on. The hanging bucket. Oh wow. That looks like an art installation. It is indeed a hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. That bucket would be a priest in World of Warcraft. I swear, he is worth every ounce of metal was used to craft. And now we deserve to pray for him. I actually played World of Warcraft, yes, like back then. I haven't touched it in like at least 10 years or longer, I think, if I remember correctly. But I have played. Time to start again, mijo. I have already dedicated my time of the last years, 15 years to Guild Wars 2, so I don't think I can have a second MMO next to that. And now, where they just announced Guild Wars 3, I don't know where to take that time from. Let's go. Oh, I can take it. I thought I would jump.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let's
You're back here?
die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Damn it. They did it again. They did it once, they did it twice. Even though we had the bucket, I thought the bucket could protect us. No, damn. There's still 2 more figurines and another bucket. Another bucket choice we can make. A path we can take. And I think I would take one last bucket path, and then I would head to the other game that I wanted to try. And in between, I'm gonna go for a short break so I can finally add my pasta to the plate, and gonna shove something in my throat while we start the second game. Because I need food, I'm hungry, and it's time for the last bucket path.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Yes.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh no, right,
And
I
here it
have to
was.
follow
Had the
because
bucket turned
wait,
out to be correct?
I'm following.
Was it a
Yep.
Never mind.
Sorry game,
The
sorry
bucket was
narrator. I'm
wrong.
just cutting you off right now because I
Stanley
want to go
took
to
the
this
door on his
path.
left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Perfect. Now we reach the meeting room. So we still need the large room with boxes and somewhere both red and blue. No ideas what that'll mean. But that we figure maybe next run through. But now I am
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
going
walked
up.
upstairs
Sure.
to the boss's office.
And I can tell you already, I have forgotten the code again. I think it was 4825 and I can try it, but
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
no, it
of
was
any human life.
2845.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
285.
Now, it
Yay!
is Stanley guessed
I
the
remember
correct
it.
code by sheer luck. Was it
Open
the
it up.
bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
He is guiding me.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical
He
explanation.
is guiding me. Go down. Nice. Let's go!
Stanley and the bucket
Yep.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. Turn on that light.
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh yeah, I have to press. Sorry, I was like waiting for the cameras to go on.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Everything will be fine, as he says. Call that elevator!
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
That's a good question.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Everything will be fine in prison, just don't look at the big dude over here. You wanna see me back in prison? Wait, I've
But
never
here
been
was
in
the
prison.
proof.
Just
The
again
heart of
to
the
clarify that.
operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy.
But you just
or
wanna
sad
see
or
me in
content.
prison!
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Taking down the system. Can I go up here? Wait, oh, it's so dark I cannot see anything. I thought I can go up there. Maybe I can, but right now I don't see anything. What I wanted to do is I wanted to go here and decline. This time I'm not gonna do what he wants me to do.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Nope.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
No, you
Look at the
clipped
bucket of
that!
betrayed him like this.
Dracus!
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust.
Darn it.
When suddenly,
Now it's gonna
an
be
image
there for
appeared upon
everyone
the
to
enormous
see.
screen.
Oh.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Can we make them fly? What? Okay, let's go!
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The
Look
mind
at
controls were
them.
only a facade
Wow.
to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along?
Hummingbird.
Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never
Wow,
found
that's a
freedom
crazy
because they spent
beak,
the rest
yo.
of their lives here in this place, flipping
Aw.
through live streams of the
I love
silliest
geese.
birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
That is definitely the
And
best.
Stanley was happy.
I'm just gonna die in peace now. Like, what the actual heck? What's better than birds? Apart from someone ripping them off from my hands. Okay. That was nice as long as it lasted. And surely I become the bucket streamer, guys. so I don't know. Okay. That was nice. I think for now I did all the bucket chapters that come to my mind, if I remember them. I actually would, as said, head into a short break and then start with 1666. Amsterdam. Past the break, exactly. It won't take too long, I think. But yeah, I need to eat at least 2 or 3 spoons. I cannot eat in between. Been waiting for a few hours. Since yesterday evening, you mean? You will survive these few minutes. Don't you worry. I'll be here. We're gonna head into the prologue of 1666 Amsterdam afterwards, and yeah, let's see. Maybe yeah, let's see. For now, let's take that break. Wait a second. Somehow it's not working. Even though the loading screen is already now here. Perfect. Here we go. This game is a work of fiction. Historical figures, locations, and events are depicted in a fictionalized manner for entertainment purpose only. Welcome to the beginning of 1666 Amsterdam. We want to give you a small taste of what is to come. If you enjoy it, please share and sign up to Panicate Digital Games social media outlet. We would love to hear from you. Let's see.
To be the collector. To protect a world I cannot be a part of. Destined to be feared for what I am. It is my fate. I have devoted my life to facing them. Those granted the power to raise souls. Those corrupted by their gifts. Tilting the ancient balance toward cataclysm. But at last, their debt is due. choice. Every breath has led me to this moment. As the moon bears witness, I take the first step. My time has come. I am ready.
Holy shit, that was very loud on my ears. I tried to reduce the volume for you guys. First I, of course, again had disabled it, but holy, I have to definitely reduce the volume. I can't even think it's so loud. Holy smokes. Okay. Okay. Music always can a little bit softer in my opinion. Streamer mode. I don't know what it does. Should I turn it on? I turn it on. If anyone knows what it does, let me know. Controls. It said I should play with controller, but my controller is not charged. Let's see. Game audio, language English. Yes, please. Graphics. Motion blur is already reduced, but I'm gonna go to 15 because normally I cannot stand it. Haven't streamed in 3 years. Oh, but you did? Because I actually went to your profile and I didn't find anything. So I thought, okay, maybe it's just an enjoyer of other people streaming, but you actually have streamed in the past. Subtitles are on, colorblind filter. You damn spy, I am, indeed. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy as long as I can that I can chit-chat with all you guys with chat and check out who's following me. I think that's so nice. It's same with Dolrat's model. I've immediately went to his page and saw everything about him and his streams and was like, wow, that's crazy. I used to buy it, was mainly for Son of Forest. Ah. Okay. Ah, you used to do it. Okay, sorry. I'm just reading out whatever is gonna be written, even though it's... if it's gonna be not correct. Save and back. Okay, hope the volume will change when we're in-game, because right now it's still a little loud. But just gonna try. Oh, I love when they do that. When the main screen, the starting screen, is actually the first screen of the game. Oh, that's so artsy. Okay, look around, of course. She looks so cool. Cannot. We are a real witch now. Okay. Oh, multiple kitties! They're all feasting! Press R to reveal Noah. Gather Lux Energy. Hold E to gather Lux Energy when close to live echoes. How she immediately turned like different mode with the veil in front of her face. I just don't like the... Can I go to the settings once? It's... the control the mouse is way too thick, if you know what I mean. It's like going to gel. Let me put it to 45 once. Still not what I prefer. It's a little... Oh, wait. It was not here, it was in controls. My bad. It's better. Still not what I'm looking for. Maybe it is supposed to be like this? 85 is crazy. Well, let's see. Okay. Maybe it's also not... Let me just try one thing. Camera aim. Oh wait, maybe it's something different. Maybe I changed something completely different. I thought I feel. Oh, that's good. Okay, a little bit too fast now. Just hold on a second, guys. We're having it in a moment. Okay, perfect. That's good. That's good. I hope so. Hold to concentrate, to aim at any object with floating red leaves. Hold to enchant it. Ah, yeah. Now I get why the aim is different than the... Okay. Then I have to also... just give me a second, guys. Just one second. I don't know why. My aim is too fast. Okay, now it's good. Oh, perfect. Let's go. Welcome to our adventure. This experience is a production of Planet Digital Games. It is a work in progress. It'll change, evolve, and grow over time. We know our destination, and we trust you'll help us reach it. Our work is inspired by 17th century Dutch culture, among other things. It is crafted with love by the small group of artisans. Artists? The music, the artists have given their voices and souls to the characters, and you're about to discover. Welcome in the sacred carrying of the Sandaris. Welcome to your commencement ceremony. Out of my way, peasants! December 6065. Looking like a rich person now. That's my lifestyle, even though I'm not rich. Gather. Let's light that fire. Ignite. Oh, it looks so cool with the cat on the tree and everything. And how they're dancing around. Let's go. Okay. It's like our finger became a wand or something. Where do we have to aim? Baterazza. What does it mean? Can we choose one of them, or do we? I'm gonna choose this one. Oh gosh. What's she gonna do? Oh, I can choose. I can choose a cat as a baterazze. That's basically our companion, our familiar. That's nice. Okay, the spirit. A whisper from across the void, a touch from the netherworld. The spirit holds so many secrets. The knight stands straight and strong. Eyes shine with courage and virtue, calls to mind the kings, the just and the mighty. The page, compelled to head out into the world with joy and pride, aims to learn and grow, for only through the journey may it reach its full potential. The child radiates innocence, a powerful urge to smell and see everything, to climb and crawl into every nook and crannies, all with an open heart. Ooh, a feisty one! I like that! Okay, the alchemist, connected to the elements, in tune with the constant changes of the world. Transmutation of crude to noble, and the pursuit of wisdom its sole purpose. I'm not much into alchemy actually, but I mean, he looks a little older. He looks like he has seen things. So I wonder... The Guardian. To stand and be true. To rise against the tide. Stalwart in the face of challenge and holding strong to its duties. He played League for 10 years. Poor guy! No one wants to be enslaved by a League for 10 years. No wonder, I swear. It's so legit. The Wildling. Sounds of rain and wind in foliage? Foliage. Ha! Smells of soil and trees. Away from the world of man, its heart beats as one with that one of natural order. Ooh, I like that one as well. It's also cute with a small little white thingy on his head, like a little pattern he has there. The Dreamer. Oh, he muted us. The Dreamer dances on the swirls and twirls of otherworldly currents, going down an ever-changing path that nobody else can understand. The Hermit. Its gaze reflects through roaming the span of the universe, seeking eternal truth and knowledge. Okay, now we have everyone. Spirit is interesting to me, but I wonder what difference it'll take what cattle we choose. Is it like we will have a different play style if we choose the tamer one, or... Look-wise, he's cute because he's all black, as I see, little patches on the back. He has a white belly. Knight is not really my thing. I mean, it's nice to have a companion which may protect you, but I would rather be protected by a dog than a cat, I guess, because, yeah, size-wise. The page. She looks a little bit too jolly for me. That's not, no. It's cute, but not my thing. As same with child. I don't want to have a child. I want to have someone with an own mind and knowledge, and still not too feisty. I think something who would still work with me. That's why I think the alchemist is also not my choice. The Guardian and the Knight seem a little similar to me. I don't know. The Willing. that's actually something I'm tending to. Even though I hope she'll stay with us, because if she's coming from the nature and everything, maybe she's not feeling too well inside the city, like village, whatever it's gonna be. Dreamer's also not mine. So it's the spirit or the wielding for sure. Spirit. Spirit could be a little mysterious, maybe. No. I think I'm going for her. She convinced me also with her little pattern on her. Hello, Ailey! She convinced me with her pattern on her forehead. Kind of same look like my dog. Like just a tiny bit. It's going good, Ailey. We're playing the demo prologue of this new game that got announced. How was the convention? You went to some streaming convention, or what exactly attended you today? You would pick the knight. The knight and the guardian, as I said, are similar, right? What makes you choose the knight? I mean, I really cannot understand the difference, because the guardian is someone who seems to be like have a strong will and the will to fight, and the knight had as well, as far as I hear. Stand straight and strong, yeah. I mean, the knight could be a little bit more noble, maybe, and guardian is more like a, yeah, lower class thing, I guess. Even though guardians, as far as I understand, sometimes have magical powers as well. But yeah, for me, it's gonna be the wieldling. I'm gonna go with her. Ely said it was a fun gaming expo. Ah, you have to tell me later more about it. I hope you enjoyed it. We can also roam around the camera, guys. I forgot. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. No, I thought for a second she's blind on one eye. That would be so cool. I would take that feature for my cat. Just for looks. Because it looks dope. Okay, guys. I'm gonna choose her now. Let's go. Union cat chosen. The wildling. Oh, look at her! Oh, I wonder if every cat has a different animation? Or if they just will look different. What did she do? She jumped onto me.
Please come in.
Professor Lucas?
Yes. Yes, and you must be Cleo. I'm up here. Please join me.
Be right there.
Oh, we're not playing from... Oh. Okay. I thought we were completely playing her. Analyze Professor Lucas. Who's she now? Maybe we are her in a different timeline, like a rebirth, basically. Why can I not? Okay, I can't walk. Hold to concentrate, to aim. Professor Lucas, expert in paleography in the Department of History at Bernard Landry, probably. Landry University. I attract him. Let me just try one thing.
Join me?
Because it's very wonky with the mouse, I'm gonna try to plug in my controller and see if that works. Because somehow the devs are right. At the moment, it's definitely not made for the mouse, I fear. Okay, it worked. Let's see how long it'll work.
You may find it interesting here.
Okay, if you say so. Yeah, it's so much better with the controller, at least the control for the camera. Oh, it looks very nice.
Pleased to meet you, Professor Lucas.
The pleasure is mine, Cleo. I'm glad you called.
Were you looking for something in particular?
I was, but my intricate classification system failed me once again. You know, this is the exact spot where I met your father for the first time.
Really?
Yes, he was looking for essays on Rembrandt and other Dutch masters. His arms were brimming with books. He could barely see in front of himself.
That sounds like my father. Yes.
I recognized myself in his eagerness to learn. The same eagerness that brings you here, I suppose.
Oh. Yes. I have the letter he gave me. Could you have a look?
Absolutely. Let's go to my desk.
Okay, let's go.
So how's my dear friend Aaron?
You called my father a friend.
Of course.
He never talked about you before giving me the letter.
I was devastated when he told me about his condition. I'm sorry, Cleo.
He told you? When?
I saw him about a year ago. He warned me that you were going to call when you were ready.
Oh. I guess he told you a lot.
Not much more.
I can
He is a very private
control
person,
both of
as
them.
you know.
It's very funny to me. Okay. So he knows our father. Where exactly do we have to go? As it feels like we already did one round. Did he say something where we have to go?
Let's settle at my desk by the fireplace.
Okay,
It's
thank you.
the ideal spot to examine your letter.
That means we need to go down again. Because fireplace was down there, I think. Okay. Thanks, game, for helping me out. I was so mesmerized, like starstruck from the graphics.
Let us settle at my desk, just there, by the fireplace.
Those stairs, I would fall down the day.
Now, let's see that intriguing letter.
She doesn't look too happy. I like the sound of the footsteps. It's crazy. Oh, I'm just so flabbergasted by so small details,
Let's
guys.
see that letter. Seems to be weighing on you, am I right?
Somehow, yeah, take it.
I can't read past the first line my father wrote. And then there's this last part at the end. Both are in English, but everything else is... I was hoping you could help me. I've never seen anything like this before. The writing seems to be hidden behind some sort of veil, and there's movement in it. It's like something organic.
You're absolutely right. I've only seen this once before. I have a 300-year-old manuscript that has the same protective layer, which means that this letter is from the Zandaris tribe.
Zandaris?
Yes, it's a very ancient tribe. I wonder how your father got this letter.
Can you decipher it?
I'm afraid I can't. But there is a tome in here on ancient writing that mentions the Zandaris' protected communication. Although finding it may be a bit of a challenge, I think I might have stored it a little too well. The library's registry should help.
Okay, we have to find out how to decipher. Okay, here it's L2 to concentrate. And R2 to analyze. Bernard Landry University Rotunda Library Register.
Did you find the tome? The library's registry might help. It's on the table in the center.
I found it. Read. It's okay, there are different sections, so I have to Oi, oi, oi. Ancient writing system is in section 6, I think. And section 6 is... Where's the desk? Oh, right next to the desk. If that's where it is. Section 6. Ancient writing system and languages. Okay. Search.
Have you checked the ancient writing system section? The library's registry might help. It's right there in the center.
Something just fell from there. Ancient civilizations. Limited information exists regarding the Zendaris tribe, which its origin tracing back to the pre-pottery Neolithic period. More recent references of the Zendaris emerged in the 14th century, alluding to the tribe as secret society. Serving accounts suggest that certain members of the tribe were in possession of a distinctive object known as Hiparan. When the Hiparan was adorned and directed toward protected information from other Zendaris members, the beholder was purportedly able to decipher their meaning. Purportedly. Still learning, guys, still learning. The nature of the Hiparan remains unclear, but it seems that the Hiparan itself was concealed within an object that appeared unremarkable to the casual observers. Okay. I found it. Can I talk to him again?
What did you find?
Protected Zendaris information was only decipherable through an object. Something called Hiparan?
Yes, of course.
So you've heard of it before?
I thought it was a legend. It varies depending on the source. I've never seen one.
They said it appears as something unremarkable.
I wonder, has your father ever given you something other than the letter? Something like a key or a pendant?
He gave this to me when I was a child. But I don't think it has anything to do with...
Fascinating.
I don't see how this could help us decipher a language.
Doesn't hurt to try.
How is he so sure that this will work? He knows something.
It doesn't work.
It's all right. Aaron has thought this through. There must be something that we're missing. Something to activate it, maybe.
What makes you so sure that my father was behind this?
Would it really be so surprising?
I just wish he had told me more before he...
I understand, but this is his way to do so. Aaron made sure that we would meet in this very room. He's a brilliant man. None of this is coincidence. Have a look around. Hmm? See if there's anything that piques your interest. Something only you could notice?
Did you know that my father donated a bust of Rembrandt to this school?
I didn't. I'm afraid to say I never paid much attention to their donors.
That must mean something, right? I know he loves this school, but...
I'd say follow that lead. There's a section in this library dedicated to Rembrandt.
He was in love with him for sure. He sounded very passionate about him.
Read makes a lot of sense. There's a section on Rembrandt and the Dutch Golden Age up on the mezzanine. You should take a look.
Okay. Can I look at the map again? Yeah. Ritual objects, artifacts, and tools. The Dutch Golden Age and the influence of Rembrandt. Oh, oh, oh. He said upstairs, right? So is it the... God, guys. Even though... I mean, technically there's still numbers, right? I'm so confused. This was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. 14 is at least where I would look now. Second floor next to the sofa. Maybe I also
I'm not sure your father left you anything here, but I do know he would have wanted you to look into Rembrandt. You should take a look at the section dedicated to the master.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure where it is, don't you worry. So technically... How did it look? Where's the... Where are the seats? I thought there would be seats up here as well.
If Aaron did leave us something, it wouldn't be surprising if it tied back to Rembrandt in one way or another.
What was that? Witchcraft. Anthropology and ethnology. Ah, this could it be? No. Symbolism versus realism in 19th century.
You might want to look into anything related to Rembrandt, Cleo.
The Dutch
It makes
Golden
perfect
Age
sense
and the
if we
influence
try to
of
think as your
Rembrandt.
father would.
Does it mean it's this shelf? Yeah, let's see. Read. Generously donated by esteemed alumnus and lecturer of our art history curriculum, Aaron Longsmith. That's not what I wanted to find. Ah, okay, maybe it's in the inside. Never mind. Or not. I thought it would be here.
The Rembrandt lead makes a lot of sense. There's a section on Rembrandt and the Dutch Golden Age up on the mezzanine. You should take a look.
The Dutch Golden Age and influence of Rembrandt. But if I look around here... Hold. Move. Oh. Cleo, you're close. This text is from an old acquaintance. It's from an acquaintance. I trust you will know what to do. Okay, she's not... Is she moving faster? Not really. I'm pressing it, and yet she's not moving faster. A little bit, maybe. Okay,
There was something
you
in
can
Rembrandt's
see.
bust.
Of course.
Where are the
Dear
stairs?
Aaron, come
There.
here. Let us look at this together.
Okay, I'm going down. Okay. Here, I found something.
My father left me a note.
Wonderful.
I don't understand it, but my name's on it.
Let's see.
Do you know what these symbols mean?
It seems to refer to a special tool. A sacred tool, most probably, and blood from, I think it specifies lifeline.
Blood from a lifeline. I remember. From the hand.
What? How does she remember that? I must say it looks very cool. Remember. Her finger.
That's it.
She's a witch.
That's the Hiparan. Aim it at the letter.
Remember your ex.
Are you all right?
I think
Yes.
she's trapped
Cleo,
in the
If you're
memory.
reading this, it means you're experiencing Nux. It's this dark energy you can feel through your guts. Don't worry. It's yours, Cleo. And you'll become its master.
Ooh.
You're my daughter, Mabel, and I love you deeply. I once promised to tell you everything about your mother. This is it. But not the way you were expecting. Take these words as a guide to prepare you for what's coming. It all started on December 30th, 1999. I was with Agnes, my girlfriend at the time. We were in Amsterdam for the year 2000 celebrations, and we had a room in a pretty cool hotel. I thought we were turning the page on a year, a century, a millennium. But it was more than that. We were standing at the beginning of a new cycle. And you, Mabel, would be part of it.
Oh, I'm gonna play the dad now. With his ex-girlfriend. This is so weird. Okay, okay. Okay, guys. Book a room, I swear. But that's so nice. Amsterdam, that time, era, Christmas. I love it. Can we go there? No, okay, it's blocking. I still want to try. Okay, it's not happening. Very nice. Like the character design. Everything starts with Agnes.
Everything starts with Agnes, as far as you and I are concerned, Cleo. But in fact, it's hard to grasp how ancient this story is.
Happy New Year! Oh, gosh, I can't wait till it's Halloween and then Christmas again. I swear, I love this time. I think there are some small lags happening. I hope my computer is fine with whatever it has to give right now. Wendy, the golden year. Agnes was different, an old soul, yet joyful.
Agnes was different.
Oh.
An old soul, yet joyful, always surprised by life. From the very beginning, it felt as though she already knew me. It was awesome.
Okay.
Agnes had planned something for us in our room that night. Some of her belongings had already been delivered. Ancient artifacts. I was fascinated.
The waiter just glitched through us.
Truly, I had no idea what Agnes had in mind. But you know what, Cleo? I didn't care. I was in love.
Is this our room? No, it's not our room. The effects. Wow.
I never questioned Agnes's actions. She had a way of making me feel important and wanted. Needed, even. As we walked to her room, I felt a new kind of excitement. Impossible to describe. I didn't yet know I was about to lose my grip on reality. As you'll see, my Ben, losing my grip on reality is an understatement. The truth is, I never had a grip on anything at all.
That's a huge ass hotel.
The closer we got, the more something stirred in my veins. Nothing unpleasant. More as though the city's canals were running through
kiss.
my body. There was something electric about Agnes. A force emanated from her. A force I was about to discover.
You have to walk through all these rooms to just go to your own hotel room? What is this? Why? People dancing. Finally, we reached the hotel area, I guess. Okay, do we have to go there? No, this is blocked. Ah, yeah. To the bedrooms. Guys, every second they're just standing there making out with each other.
What awaited me in that room never felt threatening, Cleo. Deep inside, somehow, it always felt as though I'd been chosen. Agnes went directly to the bathroom to put on her magic touch, she said. She didn't need any in my view, but she was being literal, I guess.
She did a spell on him. Why is this music so uplift? Ah, finally. Why is he walking like this? He's walking like he had... like he shat his pants or something. Okay. Okie dokie, guys. I mean, okay. If that's what they like, they can of course book that hotel room. Okay, this one is locked. She is just making the final... Damn, that's a nice apartment. Would be better if they had a PC and a gaming setup. I swear. Just here in this nice corner, a perfect computer setup. Just for gaming, streaming. Showers, I think, in there, because she's getting ready in the bathroom right now, but overall I like the vibe of the house. Very cutesy. But I don't understand if it's a hotel or if they live here.
Could you set up my relics the way I told you to? She asked from the bathroom. I had to rummage through a chest, a shelf, even her bag to find those things of hers. So old they were unsettling.
Okay, where's her bag? Let's search through that. Tapestry. Okay, we have to hang the tapestry, I guess. Ah. Do we have to hide the mirrors? No. Probably the game just told me right now what I have to do, but... Here, there's something. Ah, the candles, of course. 4 candles you collected. Something else we need to pick up. 4 lovely Agnes. So she can turn us into a cat, maybe. Flowers.
Did all my mirrors get installed? She asked. Yes. They'd been placed around the bed, and the bed had been moved. Even now, I don't know how, or by whom.
Ah, she wanted the mirrors like that for her ritual. She cheated.
When everything was ready as Agnes requested, she came out of the bathroom.
Oh, he had hopes. Poor guy.
She was...
a witch. Okay, he doesn't care. Which, this is educational purposes.
I have no words to describe what followed, Cleo. It felt ethereal until I lost the thread.
Probably that's why I had to enable the streamer mode.
I woke up or something. I'm still not sure. I was a cat, Cleo. Yes, you read that well. I was a cat.
Yay, it's happening!
The room was like in a nightmare. Agnes was floating, literally, and seemed frozen in time.
We are the cat! Finally it's happening! But I can't jump. That's very mean. She's walking! Cute. Does she also have an idle animation? What a nightmare to wake up as cat. Okay, not really.
Of course, I thought I was dreaming. But not for long. It was too real, somehow. I could feel the fur on my body.
Imagine going freaky and then you're a cat. Yeah, well, still there are worse things that I can imagine. But I mean, how could he not see that? She was lighting the candles just by opening the bathroom door with some weird force. I'd be like, yo girl, how did you do that? How did you turn on the candles? But no, he's just casual and like, oh nice, let's go. Maybe he used to smoke weed or something. He's like, that's totally normal. I have seen shit. This is totally fine. Can I go up there? Now I'm behind the bar. But I can't jump. How to... Oh, as a cat, hold L2 to concentrate. Okay. Press X to jump when the jump prompt appears. Oh wait, there I can jump. That's not lore accurate. A cat doesn't need an someone who's telling her where to jump. She can do whatever she wants. What am I?
My senses were heightened. Everything I saw or heard became a voice calling me. Go further and you'll see. Go further and you'll see. The further I went, the more real my sensations became. Yet the world around me felt
little
increasingly
ears.
surreal.
The ears, how they're flapping. Cute.
It was scary, disturbing. But something was definitely calling to me, from what seemed to be the other side.
How I can run?
And then, in a forest, yes, a forest, I knew it in my bones. It was someone calling me. A woman.
Oh, she's calling her cat. So my father is in that cat, and then he went back in time, technically.
Things were blurring together, Cleo. My cat spirit, a thirst for freedom, for leaping onto anything, and my pull toward her calls.
I wanna jump up there. There are multiple paths I can go as a kid.
And I saw her, frozen in time, like Agnes in the room. And my cat's spirit again, a need to size her up.
Noah, daughter of the apothecary William Brooklyn and of Angela, whose family name has been forgotten. She was raised by the descendants of the Zendaris tribe to prepare her for her role as the collector. She is the direct descendant of Terra, the first giver in the giver-collector bloodline. The first of the Zendaris to receive nooks and spread it upon the earth. I'm gonna track her, because I can. Follow the lead, little one.
Then it happened. For a brief moment, I became fully feline.
I became fully feline. Oh, I jumped right into her arms.
Welcome, Patarazzi. Welcome, Aaron.
Aaron? You know my name? We talk? I can talk? I was in shock, Cleo. Nothing made sense.
Yes, you are my union. My Patarazzi.
My cat.
Of course.
But what?
Did no one tell you about the ceremony? Where you come from?
What? No! What do you mean?
It matters not for now. I'm Noah, the collector. Those are the Zenderis. Follow me, and I shall explain anon. We've much to do this night.
It was the only thing I could do anyway, Cleo. That woman, Noah, she seemed like the only one who could clarify all this.
It was a demo, it was actually just a prologue of the game. But wow, that went by so quick. Yeah, that was it actually. That's why it was so confusing. Yeah, I don't know if the actual game will start in the same way, or this is actually just a prologue telling us how the cat became the cat, and I don't know if we gonna do the same thing later in the actual game again. But yeah, that was it. That was it. That way.